Hello! So, we are back. That's Julia! We're packing to go to Arizona, so she's gonna be in the video, and it's okay. So, I have dyed my hair once again. Are you surprised? No, you're not. So, the last time you saw it, it was blonde, but the roots were really gross and disgusting, and I hated them so much, so I decided to go back to my natural color, kind of, but I used, it was like henna or something, so it took it kind of red, and it wasn't very thorough right here, so it's still kind of blonde, but it's like highlights, I guess. I wanted to talk about today, it's actually Julia's idea, to talk about my hair and all the torture and treatments I've put it through and how sorry I am, but I'm gonna keep doing it because I love it and I hope everyone around me likes it. Right? Right. So first time I dyed my hair, actually when I was in the 3rd grade, I wanted highlights. Like, I wanted to go full blonde, but my mom was like, no, we'll just start with highlights. So we went to the hairdresser. I got a couple highlights thrown in. You couldn't even tell because my hair was still really light. It wasn't, like, as dark as it got. So they just kind of faded, and I didn't even, like, get special stuff to put in it. I just kind of used my regular shampoo and stuff with it, which probably wasn't a good thing. And I used, like, chlorine stuff, you know? Like, okay. Anyway, so the next time I dyed it, well, it wasn't really dyeing it, but I guess it counts. I think I was in 6th or 7th grade. I think it was in the 7th grade. I decided that, like, I saw on Pinterest and Facebook that you could take Kool-Aid and boil it, or like almost boil it, get it really hot, and then put your hair in it and leave it there for a couple of seconds, and then pull it out. Or it was 5 minutes, then pull it out, and then rinse it off, and you'd have red hair at the bottom, and it'd, like, dye it. Mine stayed for almost a year, I think. Maybe more than a year. But it just kind of faded, but it did not fade as fast as I thought it would. I loved it so much. Everyone else loved it. It was just, like, a dip dye job, so, I don't know. And then I tried to do it again, but I did something like I boiled the Kool-Aid and then let it sit out so it got cold and then did it, and it didn't work. So I just gave up on it, and then I decided with my friend Lily that I wanted to dye my brown hair, which was like dark brown hair. It was light, I don't know, I think it was darker than this. It wasn't as red, of course. But I wanted to dye my hair lilac. Now, I didn't think it through that, like, I was like, oh my gosh, it's hair dye. It will go on like my hair was blonde. And my friend Lily was just like, yeah, sure. So we went with my mother's money to Sally's hair salon, which I live right next to it, so we just walked there. So we walked there, bought it, and we also bought, it was kind of light, so we also bought, like, Manic Panic in a squeeze bottle, hot pink hair dye. So, the bottle was, like, this big, maybe? I don't know. But, so we were like, we're gonna mix some of the pink, or we're gonna try some of the lilac first, dye your whole head, and then if we wash it out and we don't like it, then we'll do something else. So, time came to wash it out, and the whole dyeing process, since this was the first time I had officially done it, like, without a hairdresser, it was actually kind of difficult, because I just had to sit there and, like, not move, and, like, I couldn't do anything, and it was just, like, I don't know, it didn't, and washing it out is probably the worst part, because, like, I had to stick my head in a faucet in our bathtub, and my whole shirt got drenched. And it always happens when I dye my hair. Like, it's uncomfortable, and it's a long process, and I hate it so much, but the end result is so much better than, like, anything. Except for this first time. And I washed it out, didn't really see anything, since when my hair is wet, it's, like, black. So I was like, let's brush it, blow dry it, let's see if anything happened. You can only see, like, a little bit of, like, streaks of purple. If you put a light on it, you couldn't even see it. So we were like, this didn't work. So time came, my friend left, still had this bottle of Manic Panic. So I was like, fuck it, we're putting it in my hair. So I took one strip of my bangs and put it all in my hair, left it in for like 2 hours, came in, washed it out. I fell in love. I was like, this is the color I want. So my mom got home, and my friend had already used the gloves that we got. So she was like, I'll just use my hands. It won't stain it. I was like, dude, this is Manic Panic. It will stay until you die. She was like, no, it'll wash out. It's okay. So I didn't even notice you at first. So she, like, put it on her hands and then, like, lathered it through my hair like shampoo. And we let it process. We didn't know how long to let it process, because, you know, it was like semi-permanent, like, you wouldn't leave it in for a long time. So we left it in for like 45 minutes to an hour. So that one strip of my hair was a lot, like, brighter than the rest of my head, but we washed it out and it looked like someone got murdered in the bathtub, because it was just pink everywhere. And our bathtub was, like, pink for a long time, and it was all over the shower wall. So we washed it out, blow dried it, and oh my god, I loved it so much. I went to school. I think I took a picture. I didn't put it on Instagram because I wanted people to see it, and I didn't know what everyone would think of it, because this was, like, the first time ever doing anything to my hair. Everyone was so used to seeing it just plain brown. I was just plain Jane. Who's Jane? Jane, I barely know her. God, Jesus Christ. So I went to school, and this was 8th grade, because I was still in middle school. So I come to school, walking in, and I was just kind of like shy. I was like in my shell, like, what is everyone gonna think? And I walk up behind my friend Adara, and she turns around, like, oh my god, I love it so much. And I was like, oh my gosh. So everyone was complimenting me, and I was like, thank you, I love it too. So that was, like, the first time I ever thought that, like, dyeing my hair could be so much fun. Like, it makes you a whole new person, and you get to make new memories with each color of hair, like a season or something. So it washed out within, like, a week or two, and I got really sad about it because I loved it so much, and I don't know. And then the next color I did, since I loved the pink so much, I was like, I don't know if I want to do pink again, plus it was only semi-permanent. Let's go for red. And keep in mind that I was still brown. Like, I hadn't lightened it at all. So we did the red, and you could not tell at all. And we didn't go to Sally's, which I love Sally's. Like, now that's the only place I go. We went to Walmart. And we got, like, Olia, like, I don't know, it was like, I don't know what it was. It was like Neutrogena or something. And it, like, the bottom didn't stay. I actually have, I'll put this back up, don't worry. You can actually kind of see it. Can you see it? This was a long time after I did it. My hair was dirty when we took these pictures. And it was just kind of like some of it was like blotchy. It wasn't even at all. So the roots had stayed like up here in this general area, but down here it's just kind of like patches. So after that disaster, I had decided that colors probably weren't the best thing right now. So I was like, I wanted to go to a salon because my mom goes to this amazing hairstylist. He cuts my hair and stuff and I love it. And he does, of course he's a hairstylist, he dyes hair. So my mom was like, I'm gonna treat you and we're gonna go. You can pick out any color you want and we will get it dyed. And I was like, all right, let's do this. So I didn't know what color. I was like thinking maybe like blue or like, I don't know, like maybe pink or something. I had no idea. I was like, maybe I'll just ask the hairdresser and see what he thinks and we'll just go with it. So day came and I like woke up so excited. I was so excited. I was like, Mom, get up. We're gonna go get my hair did. And she was like, we're not going. She was like, I canceled the appointment. I'm not feeling up to paying that kind of money right now. And I was like, okay, then we'll just do it another time. She was like, no, I talked to your dad and he said he's not okay with you doing colors anymore. And I was like, what? Because I had gotten so into it that I craved being different. Like, I wanted to stand out and have everyone look at me differently than they do any other person with, like, brown hair. So I got really upset and I was like, okay, so I kind of just stayed off of dyeing my hair for a little bit. And then I decided that I would go blonde. And it was the summer. It was like July, August maybe. And it was August because we were going to Las Vegas. And I dyed it like 2 days before we went to Las Vegas. And so the first time we did it, actually we didn't do it 2 days before because we had to have time to experiment. So the first time we dyed it, the red was still there and wasn't going anywhere. So we dyed it and it was like this light pink color where the red was, and then it was blonde everywhere else. I was like, I love it. It's like strawberry blonde. My mom was like, no, it's patchy. It looks ratchet. And I was like, Mom, don't say that word. You're not allowed. So we went to Sally's and the worker girl that was there, absolutely freaking amazing, 10 out of 10 service. So she was like, here, you have to use this red thing packet, put it in with the dye, mix it up, and then put it in first, and then you can do the blonde hair dye. Everything will be even. You will be good to go. The red will be forgotten forever. So I was like, cool, cool, cool. So we went home, did the weird mixture first, then she actually, I don't know, she was like, mix in the blonde hair dye, so we did the blonde hair dye, like, kind of mixed in with it. So, we waited for it to process. We did, like, double the time, but she was like, once it's done processing, it's done. If you wait any longer, you're just wasting your time. So, we felt like it was right, so we washed it out and blow dried it, and I was so happy with it. I was like, all my life, my sister is blonde. Well, not anymore. I always wondered what I'd look like with blonde hair. I always said that it wouldn't look good and I'd look weird, but I felt so good with it. So, of course, I put a picture on Instagram and every other social network I could think of and put it as everything. Once we went to Las Vegas, because it was like, I took the perfect selfie. Like, it was amazing. And, I loved it, and until, like, a couple weeks to a month later, I noticed that you could see my brown roots. And I was like, now I feel your pain when you can see your roots. Hold on. Oh my god. Excuse me. So, we, dyed my roots. Like, we went back into the store and we made sure we got the right, well, we got a different color. We wanted it to be a little bit brighter, I think. And so we grabbed a different one and I was like, could we just do it on my roots? Since it's dark, it'll just like blend in. She was like, no, pull it all the way through. And I was like, that's gonna take forever. And so we Did it again. Once again, sucked so bad. Like, I love dyeing my hair, but I hate it at the same time because it's just such a long process and exhausting. And my mother, she just yanks on my hair, and I hate it. She's like, yank, and I swear, I lose so much hair when she does it. So we got it, and we pulled it all the way through, washed it out, blow dried it. It looked great. Good job. So the next time rolled around, and my mom was like, I'm not doing this alone, because it takes forever when you're doing it alone. So brought my friend Lily to help, and she was like, I'm glad that this dye job looked good, like, besides, like, the time that we did it the first time, because, like, that time sucked. So, she helped, and, like, her doing it was so gentle, and she got it more thorough than my mom did. So, like, my mom was like, I was like, Mom, you missed this spot. She was like, okay, Lily, you just do it. So she went back through, did it. It looked so great. And then this last time, I was just kind of sick of it, because, like, every time it'd get dirty, like, even just a little bit, not, like, greasy, it would look, you could tell when it was dirty. Like, with normal people's hair, you can tell when it's dirty, kind of, but it was so bad. It'd get dark and just look really, really gross. So I wanted to go dark again. So I told my mom, what if I went, like, close, like, a step up from black? And she was like, no, you're never gonna get it back to your natural color. Let's just go, like, one step down from your natural color, and let's see how that goes. So my sister came over and told us that she took her blonde hair a little bit darker, so it's kind of like dirty blonde now, and she used, like, argan oil stuff, and it has henna in it, like, so, like, if you're pregnant and you dye your hair, then if you want to dye it again, you can use that, and it doesn't have harsh chemicals, so it won't hurt your child. So I thought, whoa, like, this is gonna be great for my hair. Great job, everyone. So, plus it was on sale for buy one, get one free, the stuff. So, and you had to buy a separate bottle of something, and that was on sale too, so I was like, okay, we're good. So, went home, and my mom had just broken her hand, so she couldn't do it, so I had my friend Lily come over, and she literally got it done in 20 minutes flat. Like, I was so impressed, and I was like, maybe we would have to do the second bottle, maybe I want it different, and I do kind of want it different, so the next time I'm over at my mom's house, I'm gonna dye it again. But the point is, she was so fast, she didn't pull my hair once, and just all over nice. Like, it was Friday night, Saturday night, and she could probably be doing better things than dyeing my hair, and she still came over and did it for me. So I was like, cool, brownie points for you, dude. So we rinsed it out, and this time I got particularly wet. Like, my whole shirt was soaked, and then anything underneath was absolutely done for. Like, okay, changed completely. So I had to change, and I could tell it was different when it was wet. It was so dark, and then I blow dried like one little strip, and I was like, oh my god, I'm in love. And then, so I took the blow dryer into my room, plugged it into my wall, and started blow drying my hair, and then the power went out. I blew a fuse trying to blow dry my hair. So we turned it back on. It was only one fuse. It was to my room in the living room, so the TV turned off, and I mean, no one was even watching it. So my brother came in and was like, why are the lights out in the living room? I was like, blew a fuse. So I let it chill out for a little bit after we got it working again. Then I started again, and after like 5 minutes of blow drying my hair, usually it doesn't take that long, I blew the same fuse. So I was like, okay, screw it. So my mom came home, because she was at work, and, like, she saw it and was like, oh my god, like, what did you do? But like, I was like, I wanted it dark again, and this is what we got. And she was like, I love it so much. So I was like, me too. And now every time she like goes somewhere, she shows a picture of like me before and me after. She's like, look how good it looks. Don't you think it looks better? Like, don't you think it should stay this way forever? And I was like, Mom, shut up. And so, yeah. So that is my very tall tale. It's not tall because it's true. Very long story of my sad hair. It's surprisingly, you'd think it's like breaking, and it's actually is soft, like the softest it's ever been. So I hope you learned something from this, kind of. If you didn't, then enjoy my pain. And if you ever do decide to dye your hair, if you have any questions, comment down below, and you can actually like follow me and ask me on Tumblr or my Twitter, or Instagram or Snapchat me, any questions or concerns you have, because, I mean, I don't think I'm that educated, but I kind of have my way. I kind of know my way around. Like, if you have dark hair, do not try to do a light color. Do not. It will not well, like, if you want to go from dark to light, do not jump too far. If you jump too far, it will totally kill your hair. Like, if you have black hair, don't bleach it. Don't. It will just fry it. Like, they have a scale, you can Google it. Like, I was like 6 or something. I went up to like a 4 or something. I jumped 2. That's the most you can do. So I jumped 2, and then I jumped back down. So if you want to dye your hair, just Google the scale and the rules about it, and you will be set. If you jump from like black to like bleach blonde, you're screwed. Sorry. But if you are scared about going to a different color, I'm here for you, girl or guy. I don't discriminate. Like, it made me feel really good about myself that everyone like started to notice me, and that kind of sounds self-centered, but you know, I don't like being a part of the crowd, and that I wanted to stand out and wanted to be different from everyone else. So if you like this video, please like it and share it with all your friends and add it to your favorites, and please subscribe for more videos. And tomorrow we are going to Phoenix, so I'm going to be vlogging in the airport, and I'm going to get looked at in weird ways, so please subscribe and help me with my issues. I will see you in the next video, which will be the vlog, hopefully. So have a good day. Merry Christmas. Okay.